It's the Mead for Metal podcast.
Damn. Oh, wait, it's back.
Cash bribe. And it's self-released. I can appreciate that shit.
Yeah, I love I'm here for stuff like that.
Yeah.
I
so
like indie artists.
Cash Bribe, the album is Escape from New York, and that's the song of the same name right there. But
Nice.
yeah, self-released.
Yeah, I'm here for it. And
I
I
like
dug it. It's something I can kind of... I was bobbing my head, not really thinking about it. So,
It's a riff. Anybody pulls a really good fucking riff out and your name's not Dave Mustaine, I'm going to move my head to.
We don't say that man's name in this hoose.
Oh.
Ruben calls him Uncle Dave. According to the comments from about 2 podcasts ago.
Oh, that's so funny.
Well, anyway, it's December. I don't know if you were aware of that shit.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I couldn't believe. Yeah, I literally was looking on my calendar today for the color of the day because I have a witchy calendar. Don't ask. And it didn't have the color. I was like, oh, I'm still on November. It's December, so I don't turn my calendar over.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I just bought my 24 calendar today from a lady friend that does calendars and shit.
Oh, very nice.
And like,
I just realized I needed to buy mine and my little planner because you have me addicted to.
Oh,
I got a smaller version. Instead of the
I got
big
you
one.
a great big fucker.
I liked it,
like
and
the
then
size of a trapper keeper. From
no,
back in
it
the
was
day.
fine. It's like a notebook, but then I tried the small version just to see how that worked out, and it was okay. So
I'm just as organized.
I'm gonna stick with the little guy. It's a little more like. I don't know.
And it's a system, and I'm glad you like it because I don't remember which one it was, the Fox system or something like that. Yeah,
I dig it, man. It's got stickers, which are great. That really taps into like my 6-year-old self that still loves stickers.
Oh, yeah.
Because planners, man, people can love them or they can hate them.
I'm really, I guess, I don't know if I actually have undiagnosed ADHD or not, but I am a person who requires multiple levels of lists.
But I'm going to act like it, by God.
Well, no, I don't know. I'm not going to, I'm just saying. But I literally have the planner and then I have daily sticky notes. So like and I have sticky notes that are digital on my computer. Like I'm a psychopath. I have literal notes
keeping
everywhere.
that trend alive.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep. And I have notes on my phone. Like I'm a huge mess if I don't write something down somewhere. So yeah.
Old-timey ADHD. Give them kids some Valium.
Maybe that's been the problem all along. Whoops.
Put that Adderall in my Captain Crunch, please.
Jeez.
Shit, yeah. So December, then I wake up today and immediately, because I try to dig what's going on with the news and shit, because number one, I'm old. Number two, what the fuck else am I going to do at 4 in the morning? You know?
Yeah, no one's up.
No.
I resonate with that because I get up for clinicals. I'm like nobody's
well, do I want to watch some shit on an air fryer or do I want to watch the fucking local news? All right, well.
Yep.
And because we are quote unquote local is an hour ahead of us, so 4
a.m.
a.m.
Oh yeah, that's helpful.
Yeah. So and the first rattle out of the box, it's meteorological winter. Fuck out of here, huh?
What? It's
December 1st is meteorological winter for
well.
lazy people. It's December 21st for fucking the rest of the world.
What are you talking about? The solstice is not for. We've still got 3 weeks, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's going to be in the 70s, 7 days hence.
I cannot. Yeah, it doesn't. Part of my problem. I love that you're decorated already. I keep getting my pumpkins are still in the front because it doesn't feel like winter. It doesn't feel appropriate to decorate for Yule or Christmas because I'm like, it's not even like, why is it 60 degrees outside?
I can dig that, but also I like to get a little drunk and high and stare at lights. So of course I'm decorated.
Yeah, absolutely.
No tree yet because I got to move my amps and shit out.
Yeah, you got to move shit around.
And I'm really, I gave some thought. I was like, man, maybe I'm not even going to set up a tree.
Did you get rid of that tree?
No.
Damn it, man. I
I
thought we
know.
were going to invest in a new one.
Should
I buy you that? Should that be like a Christmas present?
Merry Christmas. Here's a Christmas
Here's
tree.
a fucking new tree, you motherfucker. Throw that out.
Be
Throw
like
that dusty bitch away. She's been used enough.
Be like the Grinch, returning all this shit to Whoville.
I have an exchange.
Oh my God.
That'd be great. The ultimate irony.
But I did get a topper that projects like snowflake. Well, actually, you can program
Aw,
it.
how pretty. What fun. I love that.
Like Santa Claus shit or snowflakes or fucking.
Do y'all know who Baby Yoda is or Grogu? Do you know who I'm talking
Familiar.
about when I say that? Someone put him on top with a Christmas ball like floating away, and it looked like he was using the force.
Wow.
It was really cute. I was like, oh, what a fun idea. Non-traditional tree toppers are fun.
Yeah, because man, if you're trying to keep things a little low key, you know, I mean, I look at it. It's a secular holiday, you know.
Sure.
Because and why would I dispute that when clearly the big box stores know it for what it is? So.
Absolutely. I feel like I was talking with someone about this the other day. I was like, you can celebrate Christmas religiously or secularly, and that's your decision as an individual.
Absolutely.
And she was all like, I was like, well, think about it. I was
every
like,
kid I grew up with, because there's a large population of Jewish people in El Paso.
Okay,
and
interesting.
Every Jewish kid I grew up with
celebrates Christmas.
You bet your ass they do. And Hanukkah.
Yep, they get both.
Like they're looking forward to December. It's like I'm going to take like almost a month off.
Yep. Exactly. Too funny.
But yeah, man, it's a little hard to decorate a Christmas tree without getting too ecumenical on the very top of it, right? Uh-huh. I mean, you can do a star, I guess.
I've been doing stars for a really
Dallas
long time.
Cowboys fan, right?
Ooh. Or a witch.
Or a witch. Right?
And it represents.
You can put a Valkyrie up there, or an angel, or whatever. I guess.
Valkyrie would be cool.
You start getting a little. Well, that's what I called it, and somebody's like, "That's an angel." Like, damn. Well, no, I didn't. But I do have a topper now that it's different, and it'll just fucking throw a light show.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it.
So. Yeah, same, but I'm not excited to take my amps out of the living room.
I'm sorry.
Put them into the guest room.
Is there no other way to function?
This place is too small for that. I'm gonna get rid of furniture one of these days.
Yes, bean bags
and
amps.
Can you figure this guy out? Is there a way to get rid of this?
That's where all my vinyl is at underneath.
Oh, shit,
that motherfucker, couple hundred.
I forgot
pounds.
about that. I'm sorry. I remember now. You've opened it before.
Goddamn small fortune in there.
Well, okay. What about these books? What are you doing with these?
All these goddamn books, huh?
Well, do you use them? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, usually the ones that are like forward facing and not in the right way are ones I actually do fucking.
It's hard to get rid of books. I have a literal shelf full of books. Most I haven't read in years, and I can't. I look at them long. I love I just like the aesthetic of a bookshelf full of books. Yeah. So I'm keeping it. God damn it.
And yeah, class it up with like folding fucking glass and shit.
Yeah.
I'm not moving that out of here.
That's fair. I'm just trying to brainstorm with you, man. It's hard.
Whenever Miles meets his demise, that couch is going to go away.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And I'll put in some beanbag chairs.
Right. Blow up couch.
Yeah, you know what? It's interesting you bring that up because our two dogs are really old too, and they're getting like arthritically worse and worse all the time, and it's just like, man,
they've been doing some limping on a front
they're
leg.
Both really, in fact, one already had leg problems, and then the other's like looking hip dysplasia-y. Like it just is not. I don't know. Anyway, so it's just one of those things. I was actually talking with my roommate last night, like when to decide to put them down. Like at what point do we make that decision? And yeah, it's just one of those hard knocks of having pets.
He's over here like really intently listening
he's
and whining.
What the fuck is happening? Sorry, bro. We just don't want you to hurt so bad sometimes.
Everything gonna be okay.
Yep, it sure will. But anyway,
we'll go out and take on a pack of Rottweilers together, just me and you. Go out with a blaze of glory.
Oh fuck, man, it's crazy.
Anything we're doing right.
So shit, how's your week been? I don't know how deep we can get. I don't want to get too deep into Brandon's professional stuff.
Okay,
but,
sure.
But he's bigger now than he was before.
Yeah, are you having fun with that, or is it actually as bad as you imagined?
It's just different, right?
Yeah. It's just it's different. It's very different actually.
Okay.
That first paycheck made it feel better.
Yeah. It is a balm on a wound.
Now you're on your way to the executive stage, and
oh no, fuck that! I have hit my ceiling.
Yeah, you're like, that's it.
I don't want to go higher than. Basically, I have enough power to open a store.
You are not the corporate type. And that's not an insult, I hope.
No, I'm really not.
I don't mean it.
Depends on the industry, right?
I don't know. I'm not the corporate type.
If it's like weed or porn, you bet.
Well, I don't know. I feel like at certain levels, you just become a corporate goon, and you're just not very pleasant.
I have seen that happen to people I used to work with.
Yeah, I feel like you change. You get a little power.
Big bump. I mean, managing a store like that is one thing, but managing a whole bunch of stores in an area,
you start sliding into that title that's
a little bit of ego.
There's only one of
money.
this.
I'm sorry, but it really does change people usually, even if they have good intentions initially.
And I never see it for the better.
I've literally never seen it.
I've never seen a person be better because of it.
No.
It's just
they're
like,
usually
wow.
either emotionally psychotic or they just hoard their money and do nothing good for anybody.
Yeah, and it's just like all of a sudden, wow, you are a real cunt now.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
That's just the I think that's just the staircase in corporate America.
Do you think it's the nature of the machine? I guess it must be.
Man, I'm not the right guy to bring up with that shit. I'm getting a little anti-capitalism, a little, but only.
I'm like
no, for a practical reason. It's because I don't think that capitalism was designed to move into the world structure that we have now.
no.
I think that corporations have too much power.
They do.
And in some cases, in most cases, more power than a lot of nation states.
They do. Yes.
And I don't think capitalism was designed for that.
No.
Because you get your politics and your, I don't know, fucking consumerism from the same place.
Yeah, it's all mixed together.
And you go and throw in a little bit of theology there too to make yourself a real asshole, and you become a weird amalgam of things that shouldn't exist.
Yeah, it's a strange slimy stew, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not opposed entirely to capitalism. I think it serves a very good purpose, but for the evolution of it and where we're headed, I don't think it's a good thing at all.
No, I feel like if there were better social programs in place, I'm like a social capitalist. I think there needs to be.
And they always bring it up. It's like, well, why can't we be more like Norway or Sweden or something like that? And that's true. Those are countries that do it right, but their populations are limited enough to where they have the resources to take care of those people.
Yeah, it makes it easier, surely, to do it. I don't know. I just feel like there has to be a better way than this.
Yeah, I don't know what that way is.
No, I'm not saying.
I still think it's a hefty amount of capitalism that needs to be there. But man, if we're just treating things like
I think there needs to be more regulation. Man. I know that people are all into that free market, but man, I feel like there's
free
just
market
not enough.
fucks us every time.
I feel like there's not enough regulation in place. I'm gonna just say it, and I guess sound like a communist or whatever.
Well, if your last name is
fucking red,
if your last name is Bush, then you absolutely bring on deregulation, and then you have to pay for it, or more appropriately, leave it to the guy that follows you to fucking take care of it.
Sure.
But
Love it.
It's happened twice. Two guys, same last name, father and son. Hey.
Yum. We love dynastic, shit. I thought that's what we left England for, but what the fuck?
But by the way, know that fucking the guy that followed Bush wasn't a fucking really a great dude in my book. We've already talked about this. There haven't been great presidents. It's fucking Clinton.
Oh, since Bill.
Like, well, how dare he get his dick sucked in the White House? Well, shall we hypothesize what would happen if one old Kev got elected president?
Well, I'm curious as to how many others have done like quote unquote unseemly things in the White House and not been caught. Like, come on, he just got caught. Like, whatever. Come on, people.
Except maybe the current guy, because I can't imagine.
Biden checks his own oil in the hallway late at night.
I don't know. Do you think if he would be slipping them like hundreds or something for?
He does smell hair.
Oh my god! I forgot about that shit. Oh.
Yeah, he's problematic.
He's gross. He's been gross. I've been unhappy since the get go.
I bet he's got some weird sexual picadillos.
There's no way I'm the only one that looks at this guy and sees that ventriloquist dummy that one dude uses, right?
Yes. He's literally looks more and more like death all the time, and I hate to say that, but God, he looks horrible.
Well, if we can put a basement on that, it's like, you can't run for president unless you're 35. Can't we fucking reasonably go nothing over 70? Thank you.
An age cap. I mean, my father just aged out of flying for Delta. 65's their cap.
That's how he affords to live where he lives. Okay, I always wondered. Like, that dude got some money. So both of my dads. I have a bio dad and an adopted dad. They are not like partners or anything. I just have my mother has a sordid past. Your mother has a roster.
Yeah. Anyway,
I remember that show, My Two Dads.
No. But they're both ironically military. One was a former pilot in the military and then got out and became a commercial pilot, just like I said, aged out. And then the other was logistics, lieutenant colonel, got out.
Your mother's got a thing, and that's a thing for dudes with some power.
And both their names start with G, and they're both short. It's really fucking weird. I'm like, why did you marry the same dude over? But now she's married to a Puerto Rican guy who's tall, and cooks.
Well, yeah, she lives in South Florida. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, precisely. Anyhow. He's a GS-13, so
God damn.
yeah, and is getting disability. So they're both making crazy money. One is really generous with the money, the other is not.
Your mother is a divining rod for cash.
She's a fascinating person. We'll just put it that way.
I don't mean any disrespect,
No,
but
not at all.
that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how she figured that out. But anywho,
Like, I like money. Let's pursue money.
The irony is when she got with, I don't know about my bio dad, but at least with my adopted dad, he was, I think, a captain when they got together. So I'm sure he still had
anything
some money,
in the O ranks above 03 is you're making cash.
pretty good money. Yeah, especially in the 90s.
Yeah.
When we lived in Turkey in base housing, we had a gardener and a maid. So just
Hell
for
yeah.
perspective.
Let them peasants get some work done, huh? Oh, piss boy.
I had dresses made by hand, like handmade dresses. We went out to eat out there every weekend. They bought carpets.
That's
like it was
large.
literally, I was living like a little princess out there.
Wow.
It was wild shit, y'all. So
Closest to that I've gotten in my life is like clothes with my name on it.
Yeah, it was
sewn in by your grandmother.
things were all kind of downhill from there, but it was pretty amazing for the couple
Holy
of years
shit.
that we lived there. Yeah.
Now look at you.
Look at you now.
Yeah, I'm barely scraping by. It's okay. In about a year, I'll be making big bucks and it'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
So.
Anybody need
kill
any Mead?
I'm good.
I got the Trinity.
Actually,
of
I'll
beers.
be a PN as of Thursday, so I'm about to go test and start working a day, probably a day a week is my goal.
Hell
Maybe
yeah, man.
every other, depending on how overwhelmed I end up feeling. But yeah, because they need nurses, period, at either hospital. So I'm gonna
Throw your name in there.
hedge my bets and see what happens.
Hey.
Got our Mead update for the week. Now that I have a glass to sip.
Oh yeah,
There you are.
We'd moved a batch that we'd had. It's our troublemaker batch.
hell yeah,
And it's always a little cloudy as it
Yeah.
is right now.
absolutely.
I'm probably actually going to put some gelatin findings in it to clarify it a little, but
Okay.
realistically, I'd pull out too much flavor if I was really trying to clarify it. So
I think it is good to do that at least once.
With
what we had to do with that
because
batch.
it might be a little oddly enough, it might be a little grainy to the palate, if not,
Well-
because of some of the seasonings that I utilize
Okay.
when I spice it up.
And not to mention we had a little bit of an issue.
I got a new fermenter, a new primary, and it comes with a spigot on it.
Okay.
And I got it and I thought, that's awesome. We can bottle directly from the fucking secondary. Saves us all kinds of fucking hassle of trying to get out an auto siphon and fill 24 bottles individually.
Okay.
So it was like, cool. It's just like turning a tap off and on. It is cool, but they only sent one washer. And I thought, well, maybe I can get away with this and just tighten it down pretty good for the inside. I need to get a second washer.
Yeah.
Yeah, the answer to that was no.
A resounding no.
Now, it wasn't it opened the floodgates by any means.
No, of course
There's a few
not.
droplets that got onto a paper
Sure.
towel I put down for the canary in the coal mine.
Sure.
Yeah, we just basically had to rack it twice.
That's fine. Shit happens.
Well, better than, waking up at 3 a.m. and coming out here like, why is my entire floor saturated and sticky?
Yeah.
Or as Rob Thomas would say, I must be lonely.
The fuck was Brandon doing in here?
That's so funny.
Just see me stuck to the ground. I tried to drink of it as much of it as I could, man. It broke.
I was recalling conversations we've had before about Greta Van Fleet, and that people just generally don't like them. A lot of people do. And I'm among the people that do. I think,
enjoy them.
Fuck it. You play good tunes that sound like fucking Led Zeppelin. Fuck, play away, man. I'm not the crowd that goes, they sound like Led Zeppelin. They should stop playing that. I'm not that. I'm the in crowd. But talking about bands that have problematic legacies, or what might those legacies be? And a lot of people always bring up Nickelback like right away, even though their fucking guitar players actually, that guy knows what he's doing.
Oh, absolutely.
Hell, he broke out and did his own solo shit, right? Or am I thinking of Creed?
You might be thinking Creed.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Creed. Now that's the other problem, right? Because you can confuse the two, or I do, because they were
Nickelback.
similar era. They were both Soccer Mom with a Minivan bands.
I mean, I saw Creed live, actually.
With arms wide open?
Yeah. My uncle snagged tickets for some reason. He thought they were like one of my favorite bands. I was like, no, but thank you. So I went. I got to sit in like, one of the boxes. It was Shit. They were good seats. It was a good show.
You got to see Creed in comfort?
Yeah, Creed in comfort.
Comfort Creed.
So Mark Tremonti. That's who I was trying to think of, right?
That's a dude from Creed.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. So you saw the better show.
I think so.
Nickelback?
I don't like Nickelback. I always liked Creed a little more, and then I got over. I was like, y'all are just not that.
They legitimately, I get them confused.
That's fair. I can dig that.
Well, that's why you never made it as a wise man.
God, you
Oh
fucker.
And you couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing.
That's it. It's
living like a blind man.
Gonna be a fucking twister later.
Photograph by Nickelback was my senior song from Clovis High School, and I was like,
thought we
y'all
had
are
shitty
sons
music in the
of
80s.
bitches. I was so fucking pissed off.
Well, every time you look at it, it makes you laugh.
Could have been worse. It could have went Kid Rock.
I mean, that's true. You know what? Thank you. You're right. I guess I should be grateful.
Now,
That is a little worse.
Now I just got fucking Rockstar playing in my brain right now, dude. Ugh.
They load in
Yeah,
Matchbox 20.
I like
No.
Soccer Mom. I
Fuck
love
that. Actually, that's a Nickelback song I really enjoy.
Oh.
But I think I enjoy it because it's so Nickelback.
It's like trashy.
Nickelbackish.
Yeah, it's just, and they're really like leaning into their trope, basically.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
They
They
embrace
the trope.
Oh, yeah, just like
yeah.
like back in the 80s with Stryper and Wasp. Like, yeah, we're metal, but we're also Christians. We're good boys.
Jesus fuck.
You can put that on anywhere, man.
Actually, I appreciated Stryper more because, like, fuck yeah, we're in it for the money. You bet.
And we're also in it for Jesus.
And money.
Well, I feel like that's a common thing when you're also in it for Jesus.
Those folks end up really liking money somehow.
Jesus don't put food on the table.
Apparently not. Apparently, Jesus didn't mean to, live.
Go down and talk that motherfucker down in Houston with that great big ass mega church, that factory church.
A lot of them do. Many of them make millions, like tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars.
That dummy that wouldn't let people in, trying to escape the flooding because he had just had the carpets in his church done.
Olstein or something?
Yes,
maybe?
Joel Osteen.
Yeah,
Joel
Olstein. Yeah, Olstein is a fucking garbage person.
Wow, how crazy is it that the world that most people think that they live in has actually been circumvented over 1,000 years.
Yeah.
And they're actually doing the exact opposite. And actually, I wouldn't even say over 1,000. I'd say actually over the last 50 years.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I don't think the Christian religion's bad. I'm not a part of it, but I mean, I don't think it's bad when done right. But man, when it's utilized for justification for really fucked up stuff that the rest of that book says ain't cool, isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's been used for justification for a lot of reasons.
I think that goes for pretty much all of them, even fucking Nordic heathenry.
Sure.
There's a lot of racist motherfuckers that use that for their own means.
Y'all can look at like
there's a wing of it that's the Folkus is what they're called, and because they're part of the Satru Folk Assembly, AFA. And they're nothing but fucking racists. They're ones that say you can't join our group unless you can prove your ancestry.
Oh yeah,
And that's the problem. That's what Folkists do.
Yeah,
it's like you're looking past the bigger picture.
Sure.
Why? You can't refer to Tyr as a protector of your home if you're unfortunately not from Northern Europe or Scandinavia. What the fuck? I mean, why would you be so exclusionary except for the fact that you're preaching racism?
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is.
No frith with Folkus.
A little sketchy.
No frith.
But yes, you're right.
Anything organized is going to be fucked up anyway,
correct.
right?
And it's going to be used in really ugly ways. I mean, we're watching it play out right now, currently. So, I mean, whatever.
No.
It's nasty. I hate it. That's why I've leaned into spirituality and stepped away from organized religion.
Nice.
So,
yeah.
it's just one of those things.
Yeah, it's just always a constant conflict of conscience because you have to find what is usable to you.
Yes.
And you need to get rid of some ideas that were good ideas 1,200 years ago.
Sure.
And you need to abandon those and understand that fucking frankly, peace is the right way to fucking go, not to sound like a hippie.
Right.
But poor people do better in a time of peace.
Correct.
Rich people do very well in a time of war.
Correct. Yep.
And therefore, we're at war a lot.
Yep.
We're at war a lot.
We really are, aren't we?
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Crazy.
Oh, and by the way, the evil bastard Henry Kissinger died the other day. So that's
I know.
worth a party. That's worth a party.
Responsible
I thought
for
you were going
3
to say
to
the
4
evil
million
bastard
deaths.
Sandra Day O'Connor.
No.
Approximately.
She was all right.
Yeah, she also
First
died.
woman on
She
the
died
Supreme
today.
Court. She
Yeah.
died today.
Died
But she
today.
wasn't responsible for millions of
Yeah,
deaths
3
of
to 4
Southeast
million
Asians.
approximately, give or take.
Yeah, just ask
fair.
the Cambodians and the Laotians what they think of Henry Kissinger. Well, hell, just the Vietnamese if we want to put it right on the nose.
Anthony Bourdain has a fun little clip of how he feels about him.
I like that when people try to minimize him. Oh, yeah? Was he alive now? No, motherfucker. No, he's not.
Fucking
Neither
dead.
is your precious Ronald Reagan. So go
He
fuck
got
yourself.
to live to the precious age of 100, unlike the millions of people he killed. Lucky him.
God damn.
There is no justice. The end.
Hey, but you know what we do have, though?
Mead?
We get the lowdown.
Yeah, Mead.
What's going down with LJ?
That was good.
Give me my need for metal. Welcome back, everyone, to the least popular segment of the show, Mead for Metal. I'm LJ, and today I'm going to give you the latest metal updates to your repertoire, so maybe you can go out there and buy some of it and get the metal economy going. Also, I've been meaning to ask this for a while because this genre pops up on pretty much every list. Is black metal that popular, or am I just out of touch? I don't know. Anyways, just wondering. All right, here we go. So, first of all, I'm just going to cover some re-releases that are available. Arabs in Aspic has 3 re-releases out: The Magic of Sin, Pictures in a Dream, and Victim of Your Father's Agony. All re-releases. Then we've got the Khanate, Khanate, I think is how you pronounce it. Anyways, Khanate re-release and Things Viral re-release. There's just some things I want to point out in case you guys are into any of these bands. And now, on to the other new releases. So the first one on this list is called Visions of Atlantis, with the album A Pirate's Symphony. Now, I was wondering why every single track was listed as orchestral next to it, and then I listened to it, and then I went and listened to Visions of Atlantis just for some context, and I understand now. So, the original songs were not orchestral. They were all performed with rocks, instruments, and vocals. This album are remakes of those songs with symphonies, or at least symphonic elements, such as, brass sections, string sections. It goes from sounding like fight music to final boss music, and it's fucking epic, but there's no vocals to it. So, word of warning, if you go into this album and you want it to be your old songs with a touch of orchestra like Metallica's S&M, it's not like that. It's reworked songs that are done completely with symphonies, and that just touches my heart. And I also love Visions of Atlantis' normal shit. So, I'd say this is a cool gateway entry into becoming a metal fan if you're not a metal fan. And if you are a metal fan and you happen to like orchestral stuff, then Visions of Atlantis is a great band to get into. So there you go. All right. Actually, I have to say, probably go back with a mug of ale. Or in this case, Mead. You know what I'm saying? Hint, hint, elbow, elbow, nudge, nudge. All right, here we go. Next band is called Beyond Ishin. The album is called Abysmal Night. Night. And it sounds like old school death metal. It's really fucking heavy, and I like it a lot. The album has not been released. It's this band's debut album, and I was only able to find the first track on the now they got apparently a full stream. All right, well, cool. Check that out, and if it tickles your fancy, which if you like death metal, this will definitely tickle that urge. You know what I'm saying? In fact, I'd say these guys are right on their way to earning a decent following, because honestly, I like death metal, and the way this band's tone sounds and the crunch of their instruments, just everything, it really does sound like it would appeal to me. Yes, I like death metal, so there you go. Next album and band on this list is the band Cobra Spell with their album 666. Now, know what you're thinking? I know, who the fuck are these people? Well, apparently it's an all-female band that's been around since the 80s, and I'm barely catching wind of them now. And I don't know if it's glam rock, I don't know if it's just straight up classic heavy metal, but I really do dig it. And I think you will too if you're a fan of all things heavy and or metallic, So yeah, this is a good groove for you to rock out to and headbang, that kind of vibe, where you go to a concert and just thrash out. Something for driving down the highway, as I like to say it, That's the kind of vibe I get from this. Also, I don't know if these are the original members of the band, but if they are, God, they have not aged a day. In fact, they're kind of hot. Anyway, the next band on this list is called Panopticon. The Rime of Memory is the name of the album. Here's the deal. I don't know what genre this band is because it doesn't tell me. And also, I think they're extreme metal. I can't be certain. But anyways, the vocals are loud, but they're buried in the mix, and everything else is super loud. I can't hear much except for the drums and the tone of the note they're playing. But other than that, I mean, it's if you want heavy and don't care about anything else, this is for you. Other than that, I really don't see anything worth listening to here. There's people in the comments of the videos that are like, yes, this is the best album of the year. And I'm like, how though? How? What the fuck are you listening to this with? Like, I have high quality earphones, and honestly, it sounds like shit to me, but only because the mix is shit. The actual songs themselves are not shit. But could you EQ your shit before you send it out there, or is it supposed to sound like mud? I don't know. Basically, I think you should listen to it yourself and form your own opinion before you spend a dime on something like this. But, I mean, if Noise is your album, if you listen to Anal Cunt, then you'll like this. But if you don't listen to Anal Cunt, then you might also like this. And closing out this list, we got The Seafloor Cinema with their album, The Seafloor Cinema. Now, if you've ever wondered what Paramore would sound like if the vocalist was a dude, then listen to Fall Out Boy. Or this band, because they're the same thing. Oh, shit, didn't see you there, Fall Out Boy. How you doing? I'm humorously, I'm comedically bankrupt, and I don't give a fuck. All right, so anyways... go and check out whatever sounds appealing to this list to you. I really wish I could play little samples of it instead of having to sit here and describe it because I really am bad at that sort of thing. But anyways, take it away, Mead Hall. And I will see you guys in the next podcast. God willing, shit doesn't hit the fan in any way, shape, or form. Also, I couldn't think of an album to recommend, but I'm sure you could do well on your own. Take care.
Problems?
I think my toaster died.
Well, the average toaster's only good for about 10 years.
Really?
Same for this and this and that.
Gracious, things wear out fast.
Actually, Culligan's got the opposite problem. Their water conditioners last too long.
Aha!
What's more, if you buy one now, you pay later, 90 days later.
Great deal.
Why don't you call?
Hey, Culligan, man!
Call now. Our water conditioners last a long time. This limited offer doesn't.
Kind of a goose bumper there, huh? Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden with his solo shit that dropped yesterday.
That guy's
right?
name? It's a single.
Yeah.
Album out in March, I want to say.
I'm kind of interested in it because of the fact it does kind of embrace. There's no disputing. It's Bruce Dickinson. No one sings like him, but the music is very fucking different.
Yeah,
I mean, a matter of fact, that one almost feels like is he doing this one to try to sell it to like a studio for a fucking movie soundtrack or something? Because it has that vibe to me.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess you got that money and you're a pilot.
But you have a different take, though.
I think it sounds doomy. I think it sounds like newer Paul Bearer as far as music goes.
Now, that chorus that we came in on is the most upbeat part of that track.
Yeah.
but it is a little doomy, for sure.
It's the first solo album he's put out, or taste of one. Then we're like, well, I'm curious to hear a little more. I'd like to hear a little bit more. To quote Starship Troopers, would you like to know more? Yes.
Starship Troopers? I think that's Super Troopers.
No,
Farva. That was Rod Farva.
It was not.
See the shit you get exposed to all the time.
That's right.
Yes. Y'all are funny.
IQ point +1.
Whee!
Roll with advantage.
Like, where are we supposed to be at on IQ? 86? Well, I'm good with 85.
Oh, my.
I ain't what you call a critical thinker.
I'm not what you call a smart man.
I'm not what you call an intelligent man. God, what's that fucking quote from the water boy from Clint Howard?
I don't know.
Like, God found it best to have me born without looks.
Oh, my God.
He was the lesser Howard, right?
Yeah, but I like him more. I know I've seen him in more things than Ron Howard.
You think Ron would be a cunt? Old Opie,
Maybe.
But he is really secretive, though, which tells me maybe he's kind of like, man, I ain't doing this Hollywood shit when I'm home.
Sure.
Which I can appreciate.
Yeah, I'm always really curious, like how much the persona of famous people, how much of it is real and how much of it is like their cult of personality or whatever.
Yeah.
Burger gig. Yep.
You know what I mean? Because some people like Donald Trump, I think he fully believes in his cult of personality, whereas like there's some other.
He
people.
is the CM Punk of Washington.
Yeah.
Look in my eyes.
What do you see?
Donald Trump on my TV.
Oh God.
How?
Sorry.
I feel like we're being a little punked by the simulation.
Yeah.
Because realistically, everybody was angry that Bill Clinton got a blowjob from a fat gal with a blue dress in the Oval Office, right?
I'd call her thick.
Yeah.
Thick. I'm sorry.
Thick.
Well, in the 90s, it was fat. But now,
Yeah,
fair.
that's fair. Yeah,
Now.
well, 90s heroin chic was in, so Jesus fucking Christ. People
Yeah.
were like 90 pounds
if you
wet.
look like you've been a regular customer at Subway.
Yeah.
And hopefully over the age of 18 if you're around Jared Fogle.
But, hey,
fuck.
well, he's always trying to get in smaller pants. It just turned out really unfortunate. That's the direction it
Goddamn, we are on fire tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo! All right.
Oh, God damn it. No, I'm entirely off track here. Shit.
Wow.
Thank you, Brandon.
You're welcome. Appreciate you. I guess we just go ahead and shut it down.
Yeah. We're good. Let's call it a day. Victory dance time.
Yeah, that's fucking...
I don't know. Yeah, God, we're getting like way too deep into some
We are.
social issues, I guess. But
So we
Sorry.
talked about Mead. Do y'all
Metal?
have some things to say about metal? Yeah.
I actually like the direction LJ is going with a lot of stuff for KBX. Check out his channel. I don't think that he's posting a lot of his stuff right now that he sends to Brandon and I. I wish he would post it on his YouTube shit.
Hell yeah.
Some of it's really, really good. He needs to pull that gain down a little bit. It's the waveform looks like a block. Looks like a block of Velveeta, sir. No wave.
Had to bring it down a little bit, but made it work. Yeah, he should get all that shit on his channel.
His shit is really promising. What he's doing right now, man, people don't fucking miss out. KBX band, find it. LJ, dude's got some good fucking licks coming up. Because I'd said I'm a sucker for a fucking great riff. That guy lays down a good riff.
Yeah. I like leads are great. It's cool to hear a nice lead. But man, I'm more a riff boy.
Hell yeah. Man, I don't know. So that's maybe the metal side. Do you listen to anything that's kind of impressing you? Because the reason I go to you, because you listen to like Sirius XM and shit, right?
I was, and then I canceled my subscription. I gave up back in June.
Okay.
They've been trying to get me back, but I just keep saying no.
Wait for that little $3 a month
Yeah, I
for
keep
6
waiting.
month type
They've
of thing.
gone. Yeah, they've went down to like $5.99. I was like, y'all can do better. So I've just been waiting for another thing. So anyway, maybe not, but it's no. Ironically, I listen to Spotify, and mostly I'm listening to classical because I study a lot.
Now, do you do ad-free Spotify? Oh, well, you're a student, so it's probably a lot cheaper.
Well, no. My husband takes care of it. I don't know.
Ah, gotcha.
All right.
One of them
Currently,
bills.
I'm being taken care of until I'm
A kept woman where Spotify is concerned.
Yeah. Until I have big fat, nursing money. So,
Yes.
No, a songwriter friend of mine from Lubbock was bitching about that on social media about that Spotify. It costs you $123 a year or $136 or something.
yeah,
I don't
sounds
know.
about right.
And he said, but all you got to do in order to be able to see some money from a song is get over. And it was a specific number. It was like 700, 800,000 fucking
They
plays.
fuck artists really hard.
Man,
I'm not
I mean-
gonna
Yeah.
say- it's probably unethical. I should
Now, this guy
probably
is also
consider
way
that.
off the fucking mark because he's saying that NFTs are the way of the future.
Oh,
It's like,
my.
man, that's knowledge from like 3 years ago. That shit already gone, sir. I'm sorry.
What have you done with your non-fungible tokens?
No. People are getting sued for that shit now. So.
That
Yeah.
and cryptocurrency, by God.
Yeah, you remember that shit when like a whole bunch of people were like, "Oh, get into crypto."
this is the
Joe
shit.
Rogan.
I was
Hi,
like,
I'm already rich. Y'all want to be rich too?
Here's another pyramid scheme for you.
Yeah, and they had that rapper out of fucking Great Britain that was really, really huge into it. If that guy was actually not being untruthful, but who knows?
Dude, Ronaldo as well, the soccer player.
But I mean, that dude, if he had the profile he did, and crypto took the utter shit that it did.
That Sam Bankman
and a
motherfucker.
72% loss. No, this other guy, he's a rapper from.
I was thinking of like the head
and
snake.
I don't want to really point out his name because he's also an asshole.
That's fair.
Soldier Boy.
No, not him. But,
Damn.
No, yeah, I
only
think
guess
I was
I
like,
had.
that dude's American, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Virgin Islands. Maybe.
Yeah, it's possible.
Right?
I don't know.
No, fuck that. I'm thinking of the wrong guy.
I don't think
New
so.
York. New York.
There you go. Yeah, I was like,
All I know is he emphatically wants you to Superman that hoe.
That's
he
right.
does.
That's right.
He does.
You
Indeed.
got to.
You. God damn. I'm back at Goobers now.
I love the fact because I know there's somebody that really likes it when we stay on topic and everything else. And if we start slipping into hip hop a little bit, they're going to lose their shit.
Oh,
so
well, we better
it's always fun.
detract a little.
It's always fun.
So Run DMC, your thoughts?
I don't actually have a lot of thoughts.
I have a little semi-game show, maybe.
It's tricky.
Maybe. I
Cue
told
the game show music.
I told Brandon I was probably going to be too my cups of mead to do this, but let's try. I have it's a game show that I call what the fuck's in the news, huh?
Oh shit!
It's
That's
catchy. It's
who
catchy.
fucked up today?
What?
No.
Fucking
Okay, let's
happened?
call it. I'm sure somebody's already used that's news to me. How about what's the news, yo?
Cool,
All right,
bro.
we'll go to the
T-shirts
first
coming
question. Brandon.
Oh.
There was a historic vote in Congress today, actually bouncing one scandal-plagued New York Republican from office. What's his name?
Oh, fuck. George something. Santos.
Yes, sir. There it is. Look at that.
Oh, God.
Ah.
Just shoot me in the face now.
Dude, I cannot. That guy is a nutbag. Spending money on
It is
Botox
shocking.
and OnlyFans.
That's the other. She actually surmised where the next question was going to go, and that is this guy spent campaign money on what dubious pursuit?
Oh, yeah. OnlyFans and Botox.
McDonald's and OnlyFans. Hey, man, I want to get into politics.
Man, well, I got to have some porn, right?
Look, everyone's got to get off, but you shouldn't be spending campaign finance money
No,
on that.
fucking porn is free.
Okay.
Hey, people make that shit.
I know.
Bam. I don't
But-
know.
but I mean,
Look,
like,
porn
you
is
can
free.
do free
Look.
porn if you want, but I'm just saying if
You-
you want only, do fine.
You
That's
go to X
ethical
Hamster.
porn.
You go to X
Ethical porn.
Hamster. They got ads, unless you go to AdBlocker. Thank you very much. But they get paid.
Okay.
They get paid.
Fair enough.
Crystal, let's get to your
Okay.
question right
Yeah,
here.
sorry.
I was about to go
Didn't
into
Hey,
catch
something
it.
else. My
Senator
bad.
Joni Ernst of Iowa choked on a piece of food at a Senate lunch on Thursday. Who was it that performed the Heimlich maneuver and saved her life?
I'm just gonna, and I'm sorry. What meeting was this?
Was it the Senate? Hold on.
The Senate cashew.
I'd already
social.
moved on. I was already like, no. It was actually at a lunch for Republican senators. Yeah, it was a Senate lunch.
Oh, I have no fucking clue. Whatever.
Well, she's a Republican, and she was saved by a Republican. It was Senator
Right.
Rand Paul,
Oh,
a doctor,
of all the people.
who performed the Heimlich maneuver and
Okay.
saved her life.
Yeah, I was gonna. No, I would not have guessed Rand Paul, so there was no point.
All right, Brandon, let's move on, man. Here's no, we're not going to do any of this shit. Let's keep it on some shit we actually give a damn about, right?
I hope so.
Okay, sometimes actors go off the grid a little bit. This Home Improvement alum was spotted for the first time in 2 years.
The guy that played Wilson?
He's dead, right?
I don't
that
know,
guy-
actually.
that
Oh,
guy's dead.
yeah.
Yeah,
No.
he is, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn. 2 years. Well, it can't be fucking Tim Allen. That dude been in a movie.
He's been in movies.
Richard Karn?
No, sir. Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
No way.
First
the running
time in,
back.
2 years.
That would have been my guess. Holy shit, that's crazy.
All
That
right.
dude was so big, and then he just.
JTT.
All right, here we go.
Teen Beat.
Krista, here's your next question. Rita Moreno says that she made a friend at the supermarket so she won't feel lonely. The West Side Story star realized she was lonely after she had moved into a new condo well away from friends and family. How old is Rita Moreno? Is she in her 70s, her 80s, or her 90s?
80s?
91.
Fudge. So close and so far.
Chingao indeed, sir.
Man, I'm 0 for 2. Woo.
I know.
I got some harder questions this week. That's for sure.
No, that's okay.
All right.
Makes the brain work.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go, Brandon. Here's one. See, the reason I'm comfortable with this, because Brandon, this is a challenging question. Krista, she fucking knows because this is kind of her jam.
Oh.
Okay. This is a political question.
Oh, boy.
Which U.S. senator has moved the goalpost now in his military blockade, signaling that he's tired of running defense for his unprecedented move?
Oh, son of a... What, Senator Tuberville?
Yes, sir. There it is.
Cunt.
I
Tell us how you really
All right, anyway.
Well, is he getting tired of fucking blocking up everything?
Everything.
Oh, well, then stop.
All right.
How about that?
Okay, Krista, here's your next question. And this is all on what's currently in the news. Henry Kissinger was so revered in China that the president there personally called him an old friend. What is the name of the president of China?
Xi Jinping.
Yes, ma'am. That was accurate.
Well done.
Very well done.
Because I was like, I know the last one. I don't know the first two names.
All right, Brandon, here we go. Next question for you. Let's make it
Let's make it wrestling related.
Let's make it a wrestling question, right? Okay. How about this one? Taylor Swift has a well-documented relationship with Travis Kelce, the tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes, indeed, she do.
What was the name of the last man that Taylor Swift dated?
I don't even know. I don't think.
And long term, I would say, because she did have one that was around a month.
Was
long.
it a Jonas brother?
Oh,
That's
maybe.
the one after that.
God
It was
damn.
It was Joe Jonas. Yeah.
Fuck.
Fuck. The guy from SNL? No.
No, she ain't
Because I
been
know
around.
she was with Gyllenhaal. She did John Mayer at one point, but I don't know
But
any
the
of the
most
others.
recent one, she had dated this guy for like over like a year and a half, 2 years. I mean,
Damn,
which is
this shows how little I pay attention.
Mark Wahlberg.
and he's British.
Oh,
British.
Ed Sheeran.
It's Joe Alwyn, but yeah,
I
there
don't
you
even
go.
I don't know who
that
that
is.
Joe Alwyn, he's a pop singer over there,
Oh
right?
shit. Okay. Maybe he was in,
Frontman for the Singing Joes.
The leaky shits.
fuck.
Here it comes. Here.
That's a name. If you got a thrash band,
Ulcerative colitis.
go right there.
You gotta have like you gotta have a name and then the leaky shits.
You got
Like-
to name that for your band, right?
like Ivy and the Shitty Rainbows.
The shitty Beatles. They're straight out of Wayne's World. All right. Let's see. Krista, here we go. Millennials said in a recent survey of how much money they would need per year to be happy.
Oh god.
That number is $525,000 per year.
Wow.
The same survey that was given to Gen Z, that number is considerably lower. Where is the ballpark? And I'll give you about a $40,000 range
Okay.
of where you think Gen Z.
I have
comes
a number as well. I
in.
want to
Okay,
play.
yes,
I want to play too.
Yes, let's dive in on this.
Okay, sure. I'm gonna say like 150,000.
Okay.
God damn it! That's what I was gonna
Oh
say.
shit! I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'll go lower and go 100 grand.
You're both right. $128,000 is what Gen Z would require to be happy.
Which is
per
funny
year.
because I actually feel like I'd be happy with that.
I'd
which
be
is
stoked.
I would be stellarly
I'd be happy about, I don't know, 55
Yeah,
or
I was
60.
gonna say I'm just looking forward to actually making money again.
Yeah,
you know?
shit. I mean, I'm happy where I'm at, but I can be happy.
Yeah, I could live lavishly on that much money again.
Oh God. Yeah, I would live so well.
God.
All right, Brandon, let's go with you. It's a sports question.
All right.
Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott
Who?
making headlines and spending millions of dollars.
A good deal.
But he did not go to the U.S. Naval Academy. Which Cowboys quarterback did?
Ooh. Staubach?
Yes, sir. Roger Staubach for the win.
Thank you very much. Well, I knew it wasn't Romo or Aikman.
That's a fact. There are a lot of shitty quarterbacks, though, that Danny White era around it. You know? All right, Krista, here you go. This North Korean dictator and his daughter were sporting leather trench coats and sunglasses, inspecting some of their rocket sites. What is the name of the dictator of North Korea?
Kim Jong-un. Jesus. I forgot that he was like grooming her, which is just so fucking weird.
It is weird.
Wow. Well, look at that haircut. Come on.
All right. Brown, where are we at on time, man?
We're right about 50.
Okay. Do we need to
Is there a bonus round?
There is probably no. This is just the news of the day.
This is just for fucking
just
fun.
the news of the day. What unlikely candidate for Father of the Year had a birthday, turning 88 years of age this week, and is a well-known filmmaker?
Oh, fuck. Woody Allen.
There it is.
Yep.
That's
Oh,
the
right,
right
really?
one.
Shit.
Yep.
Of course.
That's right.
Yeah. Nasty.
Nasty. No Father's Day for you, sir.
What do you do? Like fucking marry like
Mary's daughter,
Yeah.
his adopted
his
daughter.
adopted daughter, which is just, just wrong.
All right, Krista, well, let's just do one more, and then we'll wrap it all up. Jeff Bezos, 417-foot yacht dropped anchor in South Florida amid his move from this city to Miami.
Like his personal move or the company's move?
His personal move.
Where was he at? He was probably somewhere in California, but I have literally no idea. I'm just gonna guess like San Diego.
Seattle, actually. You would have been on the right track.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, it's either Washington or Cali.
There you go. So that's our little game show. I don't remember what it's called. What the fuck's in the news?
What's in the news, yo?
Fucking news to me, yo. Or something or whatever.
Yo was in there.
Yeah,
Yo was in there.
Yo was there.
Yo was in there.
Good times.
That's all right. I feel like I followed the news.
A little bit. I mean, and realistically, by the ones you guys got right, you're probably smarter than fucking 75% of America. Or at least knowing what's going. Not smarter, knowing what the fuck's going on.
More aware.
It's always nice to have those moments where other people make you feel like a winner.
Sure.
God, I'm doing good.
That's
Doing
called
so good.
That's called going out into public, right?
Yes.
I do it every day. Pretty
You work
much.
at a weed store, of course you do.
Yeah.
And I do get boosts of
You
confidence.
got patience and idiots.
I didn't say that.
I did.
That was not me.
I did.
I love where I work. I love the people that go there.
Oh, I know.
All the time.
And by the way, when Brandon digs his job, I'm just in a position where I can talk shit.
Oh, no. Believe me, my job is fine.
Actually, the worst job. Man, how much time do we have? Hold on.
What about 52? We good.
Worst job you have ever had. Don't go crazy deep because we'll
Already
need to
done.
get sued.
Sure. I quit. I mean, I don't know. I guess. Fuck, man. Was it Taco Bell? Was it Dillard's? I don't know.
DeLarge. You worked
I
at
was
DeLarge.
for 2 weeks. They would not adjust my schedule for. I had started my freshman year of college
In the
and
mall?
they wouldn't. Huh?
In the mall?
Yeah, before
Oh,
it closed. Yep.
Okay.
And they would not adjust my schedule for like a week or two for whatever reason, even though I communicated to them I was starting school.
Okay. Well, let me put in a
anyway.
caveat then. Worst job you ever had where you were actually past the probation
Oh,
period.
fair enough.
Oh, goddamn. I don't know if actually
Oh, okay. Or give me both sides. If
I can give you two.
Okay, Krista, do you have a second one then? One you might. Yeah.
I
Over
would
3
just
months.
say Hobby Lobby for the pay. I was making $6.50. That was back before like the raise in wages here in New Mexico.
Wow.
Yep.
All right. Well, mine, number one, under probation period, I was a package salesperson at Goobers in this particular town in which we live. And that was a shitty job because I actually had applied to be the day bartender. And they went, we'd rather you not do that. We want a woman.
Yeah, they always did that shit. I hated
Which
it.
is fine, whatever. But that was shitty, and I didn't make 90 days or anything like that.
Wow.
The one I did do, and it was like just over the probationary period, but there was I don't want to give the name of. There was a one of these credit places on the square here in the town in which we live. And I was the manager. I was hired as the manager. Never worked in this shit before. And it turns out if you're if you're desperate and you need money, then you go in and you take out a loan, and it's excessively stupid on the fees and interest and everything else that compiles. $60 can easily cost you $200.
Absolutely.
And
they're predatory.
Is likely going to keep you in debt because actually the biggest thing was upsells on getting people to refinance their loan.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, hey, we'll give you an extra $300.
That was my job, was to make sure that me and my employees under my purview were trying to upsell loans. That's when we weren't trying to get people to fucking track them down, make them come and pay, what their payment was, because the interest was so high they had to come in weekly. That's how high the interest rate was.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, it's if you were absolutely desperate and up against the wall, I guess that's something you got to do. But you better fucking make sure you got a means to get out of that and then in a hurry.
I think I'd rather pull my butt apart for like $50.
Yeah.
Yep. Suck dick, down the street or whatever.
Yeah, right.
No interest on that.
Nope. Sure isn't.
Be your resident Wheeler Walker Jr.
Yeah.
So Brandon, you're under probation.
I made it a day and a half. I was sacking potatoes at a produce.
A day and a half?
Wow.
Day and a half.
That's crazy.
Now, this was 1997. I was probably a little over 300 pounds. Video game was coming out, and my good brown buddy Ruben, like, hey, bro, work at this place called Where Produce. Why don't you come on down? I mean, they'll hire you right on the spot. I'm like, fuck yeah, bro, I'm going to go try that. My entire day consisted of holding these burlap sacks as they came down this line and holding through like this threader so it would like sew them shut.
Okay.
Okay.
For about 7 hours. And you're leaning over just a little bit.
Oh, shit.
So just enough to like, fucking
Cause
for
pain.
a fat guy to fuck you up.
Oh, yeah.
Woke up the next day. I was a big pussy. I was in tears. I was like, oh my God, I hurt so bad. Oh God. I still went. And I was there for about 3 hours. And then I just left. I just got in my car and I went home.
There you go, man.
To their credit, they it's like they knew when I left.
Oh, wow.
Because I got that only paycheck because it was a 2-weeker. And I got paid for about 11 hours of work.
There is some proper bookkeeping in agriculture because they operate outside of different lines than most other business in America does, and they're under the most scrutiny. So they're not going to fuck anybody on shit like that. They're going to mark the minute you walked out. That's
They
that
saw it like, well, that dude ain't coming back.
Yeah,
and they were right.
Bye.
So what's your over probation period then?
I hate to bite your steez, but I made it over 3 months at Goobers. But Goobers, it gave me a shitty pool of friends.
Yeah.
It gave me the habit of smoking. Well, I won't blame
Just
it
all
entirely
the
on
bad
them.
stuff.
And they also gave me a police record.
Oh shit.
Well, when like you're like super depressed and all of a sudden you're like, yeah, you can work in the package store. Well, you got to open it though. Like, cool, that means no one's in the bar. Well, every morning started with a vodka Red Bull and a solo cup, so it was a large amount.
Yeah.
I was drunk by 10 o'clock at that fucking job.
Most of the time I was in like at 11 or 12. And then I would work till like 7, 8 o'clock at night. Some shit like that.
Until that fucking cunt of an owner started just basically...
Well, she's dead, so she can't defend herself.
Susan Dick's dead?
Right?
Did she die? Holy shit.
I hope I'm not talking shit.
You might be telling tales out of school.
You might need to go back and bleep out her name, by the way. That's...
What, is she going to listen to this? Can if she's dead. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed.
Pretty sure. I am pretty sure. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I don't give a fuck. I bet. I was hoping she'd still be alive so she could suffer.
Yeah, we all worked there. That's funny.
Yeah.
I'll have that in common.
Yeah. Well, we were all desperate once upon a time.
And working it. I will say this, though. It was for 3 months, I basically didn't pay for liquor.
Correct.
Damn.
Or a lot less. I don't know. I spent a lot on it, though. I will say my story is very similar to yours, so it's interesting. I'm like, that.
Yeah, I'd get off of work and I'd drink my tips. Yep. Some days I'd be there for fucking hours.
Yeah.
Some days I was there for one cocktail.
It got really destructive pretty fast.
It did because I wasn't in a good headspace when I started there.
No.
And it just like, oh, don't you worry.
It
we'll
just
take care of you.
It fed into it. Exactly. And they were not taking care of me at all.
No.
They were doing the opposite.
And you call me a retarded redneck 5 or 10 times, I'm going to start getting a little upset.
Understandably so.
basically, I didn't even go in to open the store. I slept in, and the bar manager gives me a call. Like, hey, man, could you bring me the keys? And I was like, no, you can come get them.
Good for you, man.
No, fuck that. Yeah. Yeah, that was, I don't know. But I honestly, I evened it up at the end. I know that sounds a little dark.
I don't think it's dark. I think
but
it's
I feel like I got what I was owed out of that place.
Yeah.
Near the end.
Good. As you should.
Well, I just went in the storage room and had a bag and just did a little shopping.
La 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 la.
Did not learn anything awesome from working at a bar.
No, you never do.
It can't all be like Dalton.
No.
Whoa. Sometimes you hear about SIDs, right? That's the STDs.
STDs.
Or SADs, seasonal affective disorder.
SIDs and STDs.
Yeah,
Isn't that
SID
funny?
was always a bummer.
Yeah, the Special Investigations Division will come by and make sure you're operating legally. And then STDs, well, we know what that is. So that's what you get at bars.
They all congregate at Goobers.
They do.
R.I.P.
No,
Actually,
that's a fucking holy reckoning that place is no longer open.
I think it's a good thing.
Guess what they're selling now? Marijuana.
Mead.
In that place?
Yeah.
In what used to be the storage room.
Yeah, but the other is like a.
I don't know what they're going to do with that other part.
It's been sitting there for.
I don't know.
Probably.
Let's not devolve into local shit.
Sorry,
we're trying to
we
draw
can
people from
detract.
Poland, and we're talking about where we fucking
We're
live
at
and
an
shit.
hour.
We're an hour in. People ain't listening anymore.
Well, let's get the fuck
Yeah,
out of here.
yeah,
What are
we
we
gotta
doing,
go.
huh?
We gotta
Anyway,
go.
should Mead for metal? We covered it all, right?
Yeah, we fucking.
We good?
I think.
All right. Well, we're in December, so next time around we'll be a little cheerful, sort of, maybe. I don't know, kind of.
Says you.
Perhaps.
Fuck yeah.
22nd. 22nd. God damn, we only got
No,
one.
the
No,
15th.
15th.
The 15th.
Oh, Krista's probably not with us, so you're going to be up
I-
doing your thing, right?
I'm not sure. I'll let you know. I'm not certain how many days we're staying. I feel like it's
Okay.
only the single day, but we may
All
stay
right.
the second
Got
day.
to get work
But
done. So maybe we have Krista on the 15th, maybe we don't.
Yeah.
But Brandon and I will be right back at it again, and then we'll close her down beyond December and kind of wrap up the year and shit like that ahead of the big birthday weekend. And 2023 ain't got a lot left in it, but I think there's still a lot of lead in that pencil.
I'm wringing that washcloth out.
Yeah.
Woo.
All right. KBX band, check out LJ's shit. Yeah.
At KBX Band.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll start putting up some more of his concept stuff. I really like what he's doing.
Hell
So,
yeah. If anything, catalogs it. Keeps it there forever.
Hell yeah, man. All right. This is Paradise Lost. New drop today, too. So see you next time.
Bye.